Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Fusion Cooking. Today we are going to make an amazing delicacy of Mughlai cuisine, which is Shahi Paneer. So without further ado, let's get into the video. For this we'll be needing 4 large tomatoes, 2 large onions, these all are roughly chopped. We'll be needing 1 cup of paneer in cubes. We'll be needing 1/4 cup of cashew nuts, 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of oil, and we'll be requiring some ground spices, cumin powder, some coriander seeds powder, and now we'll be needing turmeric powder, salt to taste, red chili powder, and ginger garlic paste. We'll also be needing some raw spices, out of which we'll be needing 1 bay leaf, 2 to 3 green chilies, 1 star anise, 5 to 6 peppercorns, 5 to 6 cloves, 3 cinnamon sticks, 6 green cardamoms, and some royal cumin or shahjira. So without further ado, let's start the procedure. To take the ratios properly, it's very important. If we are taking 4 tomatoes, we need to take half of it. We need to follow 1:2 ratio for Shahi Paneer. So now let's start the procedure. I've heated up a wok over here, and in this I'm going to add the oil. We'll let the oil to heat up a little bit. Now we'll be adding the onions, which are roughly chopped. You don't need to chop the onions so finely because we are going to blend it eventually, so we just need to chop it roughly. Now we'll be stirring it, the onions, till it is slightly cooked, and after that we'll be adding our tomatoes and all the spices. After around 2 to 3 minutes, we'll be adding the other ingredients into it. Now we'll be adding the cashew nuts, 1/4 cup. Also we'll be adding all the dry spices. Give it a quick stir. Next, the tomatoes. So now we need to stir it, and we need to cook these tomatoes until they are mushy and they are like a jam consistency. After that we are going to blend it. So before that, let's add the butter, because it is Shahi Paneer and butter is all about Shahi. We'll be letting it to cook for 2 to 3 minutes, then we'll be adding a dash of water, and then we'll just let it cook for another 15 to 20 minutes. We have added the spices, around 2 to 3 tablespoons of red chili powder, depends on your taste, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Now an important note, we are not going to add salt here. We are going to add salt at the last stage because it will slow down the process of cooking. We'll cover it with the lid and cook it for some more minutes. As I said earlier, we'll add a dash of water, and then now we need to let it cook in medium flame for around nearly 15 to 20 minutes, because the onions and the tomatoes need to be so and mushy. Till that, let's prepare our paneer. We are going to marinate our paneer lightly. We are just going to use some basic spices to marinate our paneer. We'll put the paneer in a bowl, in a large bowl, so that it's easy for us to marinate. And now we'll start sprinkling these spices onto it, starting with red chili powder. You don't need so much of red chili powder, around half a teaspoon, or around, if you like spices that much, 1 teaspoon is way enough. And then we'll also be using turmeric powder to give the yellow color. And in this we are going to add salt because we have used unsalted paneer. If you're using salted paneer, you don't need to add salt over here. And now we'll just toss it a little bit. You don't need to mix it properly, otherwise the paneer can break it. Just toss it slightly. And now we are going to slightly shallow fry it, or we are going to roast it. I've added butter in a pan. And now we are just going to put the paneer, and here also it is very important for us to just toss the paneer because the paneer have a chance of breaking apart, so that's why we don't need that thing to happen. After around 2 minutes we'll be removing it, and make sure you remove it in a plate so that the paneer doesn't stick to each other and it's soft. It's been 15 to 20 minutes. Our gravy looks absolutely mushy and it looks in a jam consistency. We are removing it from the heat. We are going to blend it and we are going to puree it and strain it. After straining it, we have again heated up a wok. And now this is the strained gravy. You need to make sure that the gravy is strained properly because we need the smooth consistency, because Mughlai cuisine is all about smoothness, it's all about richness. So before that we'll be adding a good tablespoon of butter. After that we'll be adding the gravy. Now here the gravy is already cooked. We just need to cook it until it is slightly more flavorable and it is slightly, the oil appears on top, because the onions and the tomatoes are already cooked in the previous parts. Here we'll be adding salt to taste. I'm using around half a tablespoon of salt. If you want, you can use more salt. We'll just let it simmer for around 5 to 7 minutes. And now we'll be adding the paneer that we have already prepared and we have already slightly cooked it. Now again, an important tip: we don't need to break the paneer, so we should not vigorously stir our gravy, otherwise the paneer can break and the Shahi paneer will not look as tasty as it should be. It's been around 3 minutes. We'll be cooking it again for 3 minutes by covering the lid and we'll be plating it.